If you are thinking about joining Real Broker, you are going to want to listen to today's video until the very end because we are going over the technology at Real Broker. And this is something that I did not even realize how good it was when I joined. If I would have known about the technology and how good it actually was when I first initially joined Real Broker, or when I was considering joining, I would have joined for this reason alone. So while the technology had literally no reason as to why I myself joined, I just didn't know about it, and you gotta know how good it is. So if you're considering switching to Real, stay tuned until the end. You won't want to miss anything. And if you are considering switching to Real Broker, whether you're a brand new agent or you're a seasoned agent and you're at a different brokerage, I would love to chat with you. I do Zoom calls often with agents who are thinking about switching to Real, and I would love to do a Zoom call with you as well. Feel free to shoot me an email anytime. I will put my contact information in the description, and I would just love to chat with you. Also, if this is your very first video you're watching or listening to about Real Broker, head over to my channel. I have an entire playlist breaking down all of the important details that you need to know about Real Broker, as well as sharing why I myself switched to Real after saying for my entire real estate career that I would never, ever, ever switch brokerages, especially to a cloud-based brokerage. Before we get into all of the tech things we're going to talk about today regarding Real Broker, I think it's important to share that I am not a tech person. Like, I have never ever considered myself somebody who is techie. I've never been good with computers. Like, I can manage. Obviously, I run my real estate business on my laptop, but I've just never considered myself a very tech friendly person, and I just don't like it. I don't like figuring it out. I don't enjoy it. And so because of that, that was one of my big reservations when it came to joining a cloud-based brokerage initially. That was one of the many reasons why I said I would never, ever join a cloud-based brokerage, because I just figured you would be off on an island on your own, and if a tech problem came up, like it likely would for me, I wouldn't have any help. And I am here to tell you that not only is that not the case with Real, or has not been my experience at all with Real, thankfully, after being there for over a year, I also found that the technology that they have at Real, they have made it so user-friendly and simple that anybody can figure it out, and you do not need to be a tech person. So while they have some of what I would consider the most advanced technology in the entire real estate industry, it's simplified so that you and I can use it very easily without needing a ton of help. First thing I'll talk about is the Zen website, like the Real back-end website, and you also get this in the form of an app once you join Real Broker. What this is basically you have an entire screenshot of your business right there. You can pull it up anytime on your phone as an app, go to the website on your laptop or wherever, and this just makes running your business so simple and easy. You pull up the app and you can see right there all of your escrows, your pending transactions, and you also get the contact information, everyone involved. You see the escrow agent, the other agents on the other end, like everyone involved in the transaction, their contact information is just right there. You can see all of your closings you've had this year, how many homes you've sold this year, exactly how much money you've made this year, your stocks at Real, how they're doing, how close you are to capping. That's a big thing. In my previous brokerage, I never knew. I had to email the front desk in order to find out how close I was to capping, and then they'd have to get back to me. Right now at Real, you can just pull it up on your app and it shows you exactly how close you are to capping, which really, to me, having that right in front of you makes it easier to go and reach your goals. There's something about just being able to see exactly how close you are that I think is very motivating and inspiring. On this dashboard where you get this screenshot of your business, you're also able to see the contact information to everyone in your upline. So if I'm your sponsor, for example, you're going to see my contact information and my name. You can easily just click it, call me, email me anytime, or my sponsor and their sponsor and their sponsor. You're able to see all of those people, and you have access to them, and you have access to contact them with any questions you have, and they're happy to help you, which is so cool. You're also able to see any of the agents who you have sponsored into the company, any of the agents in your your network at Real Broker. You're able to go and see all of their information right there. You're able to see their contact information will be right there, and then you can also see anyone that they've sponsored. You have access to see that as well. You have access to see how much money you're making with revenue share that month, what recent closings have happened within your downline network. Like, all of that is right there on this app. It's amazing. It's so easy to use. I go on it every day. It's a beautiful thing. The next bit of technology that you need to know about when you're joining Real is Real Academy. This is the training center on at Real Broker, where you're going to find all of the previous trainings. So a question I get asked often is, what's the training like at Real Broker? Well, there's tons of training already done that you can go to the Real Academy and find it. However, there's also masterminds going on 5 days a week, up to like 4 or 5 times a day, on multiple different topics, many different topics actually, that you can tune into, and they are being taught by the top agents at our company. So you can go to Real Academy and listen back to these masterminds. Any of the previous ones you're able to go on there and find. I'll just share a couple of the ones that I'm loving right now. I've been listening to one called How to Sell 1,000 Homes a Year While Working Less Than 10 Hours a Week, or something like that. I've been listening to another mastermind on the Real Broker, Real Academy, that is called How to Live a High Performance Life. So basically, like, it's not necessarily real estate. It is real estate related. It's for real estate agents, but it can apply to literally every area of your life, and like benefiting and growing every area of your life. There's masterminds that I've joined that are for investing in real estate. I've seen masterminds on every kind of like way of getting business, from social media to open houses. So whatever it is, new construction. There's one I was just listening to the other day on working with relocation buyers. I also tuned into one the other week about creating a killer buyer presentation, like talking about the new like rules going forward with working with buyers, and how to create a solid buyer presentation and work with buyers really well. So like, there are so many specific topics, which is so much fun, that happen every week, and you're able to choose which ones you want to apply to your business and join. Speaking of masterminds, I am starting a mastermind. This is unrelated to Real Broker. You can join whether you're with Real Broker or not. This is not affiliated with Real Broker, if that makes sense. However, I'm starting a mastermind for women in real estate, basically just sharing like what's working for me, what's working for you, a little extra accountability, and just a way to build community within the real estate space and collaborate with other agents, get inspired, hear what's working for other agents, and I would love for you to join. So if you're interested, I'd love to send you over the details, and I can shoot you over the Zoom link next time we meet up. So shoot me an email. I'll put my contact information below if that's something you're interested in. My goal for these videos is for it to feel like we are FaceTiming, which is why I use my phone. I don't really use a script. I just kind of chit chat. And so hopefully you're meeting that goal. Hit the thumbs up button if you like videos like these, and if you like the laid back, low or no production value videos made from my iPhone, hit the thumbs up button. Okay, but as I was saying, the next piece of technology that you get when you join Real Broker is an app called Workplace. This looks just like Facebook, except it's not Facebook. You're not going to be seeing people's family photos, their vacation photos. Like, you're going to be seeing everything business and real estate related. It's a place where agents can go, only agents with Real, by the way, can go to ask questions, get questions answered, collaborate with one another. For example, I was just sitting at my hair appointment earlier today, scrolling through Workplace, because I would way rather scroll through Workplace than Facebook, because I just enjoy it so much more. As I was scrolling through Workplace, I saw a very kind agent who I don't know them. I've never met them, in another market, who is with Real, because all these agents on Workplace are with Real. And she was like, hey, I come on here every week and I give agents something valuable. So she posted a handful of Real Brokerage specified or like branded pieces of content to share online, that she was saying, hey, if you're another agent, you're also at Real, take these photos that I've customized and you use them in your market. And the last week she shared like an agent checklist, a buyer checklist or something like that. And so I literally clicked save on all those photos, and I just posted one on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube because they were great. And then I wrote my own little caption with it because that's what she said to do. So I think it's just such a great opportunity to share information, give information, collaborate with, and learn from agents on Workplace. Now, on Workplace, every state has their own state group. So ways that I've used my state group are, if I've had a listing that I want someone to do an open house at, I will post in the state group and say, hey, I'm looking for someone to do an open house this weekend. Here's the address. Every time I've done that, I have multiple agents reaching out to me wanting to do an open house at my listing, which is amazing. Another thing I've used it for is my husband has used it to try to find an agent to try to find a house to do an open house at. We don't do a ton of open houses in our business, but there's been a few times over the past year where my husband wanted to do an open house, but he didn't really want to do it at any of the listings he had at that given time. He had more of a specific type of listing in mind that he wanted to do an open house at, if that makes sense. And so he posted in our Oregon State group and was able to easily find the kind of house he wanted to do an open house at. That's what he did. There's been times when I wasn't sure who the principal broker was in another state, and all I did was just ask the question on Workplace, and boom, everyone answers, and it's right there within minutes. I've had questions about Lofty, our CRM system. I just ask it on the Workplace, and boom, a few minutes later, you're gonna have a ton of agents who are happy to help answering you. Another thing that I've used Workplace for is I found my transaction coordinator through Workplace. When I joined Real, I knew I wanted to hire a transaction coordinator who was familiar with Real because I didn't really want to have to learn the back end, how to work all of that, which I know it's not a big deal, but I just personally didn't want to even deal at this point in my business and my life. So I wanted to hire a transaction coordinator who already knew Real specifics, like how the transactions worked there and how to upload documents there and all of that. So I just went on Workplace, asked for a good transaction coordinator suggestion who was with Real, and I found a fantastic one. Lastly, with Workplace, there is a group on Workplace called Referral Central, and I have had many times where I was looking for an agent to handle a client that was, that needed an agent in their town, whether that was, across the country or whatever, and I just put it in there and easily find an agent who wants to help my client, and they're with Real as well. And then vice versa. There's times where someone will post and they're looking for an agent in Oregon. Now, I'm not really checking these groups as often. If you're wanting to be like really aggressive with this and get these referrals, like you could probably be on the Workplace app more often, like more active with it and get more referrals from it. It's not really a part of my business plan by any means, but it's there and it's an option, and I think it's a great resource to have, and I really, really enjoy using Workplace. The next piece of technology that we have access to at Real Broker is Lofty. You guys, this used to be called Chime. You may have heard of it. I've done a couple videos all about it on my channel in my playlist called Real Brokerage Explained. So head over there after you watch this video and go watch those videos about Lofty. But let me just tell you, this is a regularly over $500 a month CRM system if you're not with Real. If you're with Real Broker, you get it for $40 a month, and it is well worth every penny of that $500 a month for the CRM system. The AI is phenomenal. So let me just explain a few different situations. So somebody logs onto my website that I made through Lofty, my CRM system. I went to GoDaddy and got a domain name super cheap, and so it looks a little more professional, but I made my website through the CRM system Lofty. And if somebody goes onto my website and it is 1 a.m, I am asleep, my AI assistant will reach out to them. She will pre-qualify them better than I can. I can check back the next day. She can convert the lead better than I can. I can go on to the back end the next day and view their whole conversation. The lead's pre-qualified. She has converted them, and her follow-up is phenomenal. She always knows what to say. I don't know how, but she always knows what to say, like way better than I could. The AI is amazing, and the lead capturing that your website does is amazing. This is a huge asset if you are somebody who, like me, points people online to your website often. I get a lot of business from another YouTube channel I have called Oregon Homes with Mariah Vetras Crawford. go check it out if you want. And on that channel, I point people to my website often. And if you have a website, if you have a place online, whether it's your Instagram or YouTube or whatever, where you are pointing clients to your website, you gotta have a solid lead capturing system in place, and Lofty handles it all for you like amazingly. I'm able to send out mass emails. I'm able to send out text messages. I could just text 500 people at once. Boom. Same thing, but I could change their name. I could customize it so it's like, hey, name, and so they think it's like personalized. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing the things that you're able to do. You're able to send out postcards straight from Lofty. There's just so many valuable things you're able to do for your business using this CRM system. Don't sleep on it. It's amazing and it's worth it. And my husband and I have both said we didn't know about this CRM system when we switched to Real, and we have both said we would have switched to Real just because of this CRM system, because it is literally that good and that helpful for our business. I mentioned earlier, the technology at Real Broker has been easy peasy even for a non-tech gal like myself to figure out. Like, they make it so user-friendly, it's like amazing. However, the CRM system, which I would say is the case for every CRM system. I've never seen a CRM system that didn't have a learning curve, but I will say the CRM system Lofty does have a bit of a learning curve. My best advice if you're thinking about joining Real is block out a few days, like right after you join, to spend dedicated to sitting at your computer and forcing yourself to watch all those boring tutorials that you can find on YouTube all about how to use your CRM system Lofty, just to get it set up, because it really is the kind of thing that, like, once it's set up, you can kind of set it and forget it to an extent. But it is important to learn up front, get it set up front, get your website set up through it up front. Again, I'm so untechy. I had to sit there and I had to watch a video about Lofty, how to make your website through it, and then I had to go back and watch it and pause it as I was doing it, and then I even still made some mistakes that I need to fix. My website's not perfect, but it's okay. I should probably pay someone to do it at this point. But anyway, I actually was debating between just hiring someone who could make me a great killer website, would have looked way better than what I could have made, or using Lofty to make my website myself. And I chose Lofty because of the lead capturing. It's just unmatched. I would rather have amazing lead capturing than have someone make me a website that doesn't capture leads and have the AI that Lofty does, if that makes sense, but have it be made on a different platform and maybe look more aesthetically pleasing. But that's just me. So anywho, thank you for hanging out with me today. If you watched this video all the way through, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I come on here every single week and make new videos. And if you grab value from this video, hit the thumbs up button, share with a friend who's in real estate, and I'll see you guys next week.